Hello everyone and welcome to Kamshung Island. So today we're going to be doing a tour to showcase the first edition of my island. Just before we start, I want to say that I've done zero time travel, so not even a second. So I actually had to go through the pain of getting only 5 items to order each day. And secondly, because I don't have the capture card, I'm only able to record 30-second clips. And yeah, so as you can see at the entrance, it's quite predominated by the color of white because when I envisioned the island, I actually wanted most of the island to be white colored, but unfortunately that wasn't the case since there were a lot of different items for me to use. And just for your information as well, I'll be putting the dream address in the description as well. So here you can see when you arrive, the brown wrappings are for the guy clothings, the blue packages are for the girl clothings. So let's get started and then we'll move outside. For some reason it's a really busy day today. And we'll start moving to the right because that's the first section that I actually started constructing the island. So as you can see here, I put a lot of puzzles, I put a lot of painting sets, magic kits, more like a kids area. Because when I was looking in my inventory, I was thinking, okay, what kind of stuff do I have and what does it inspire me to do? I saw a lot of different islands. They have a lot of kids items going on, kids playgrounds going on. So I was like, okay, I'll do something like that as well. So here you can see we're standing on the sand pit with a lot of different kids items like merry-go-round, the elephant slide. You can even play board games around here as well. Just for your information, that's sort of how I built my island, just by looking at my items and seeing what sort of categories these items belong in and then finding inspiration from there. So up here you can see Nook's, Cranny, and Able Sisters, and I really like how different islands they utilize the outside space of these stores, and I wanted to replicate that as well. So that's why I decided to put some items outside the shops. So outside Nook's Cranny you can sit down for a cup of tea, and to the left there are some mannequins of different clothings that are available to be sold in Able Sisters. Now let's go up and we can see that we arrive at the Vie Restaurante, which is a 1 Michelin star. It's a very beautiful, elegant restaurant. As you can see, I used a lot of wedding items from the June event. I really love this place. I feel like I really decorated it simple enough, yet it looks amazing. And towards the back, it's also one of my favorite areas as well, which is the live band performance and dance floor. So you can dance on the wooden floors and you can watch people perform, or maybe if you're a performer you can perform itself. Also, I loved how I purposely made it to be the highest tier so that you can overlook the museum and the other sceneries around the area as well. So let's go back down since we're finished with that part of the area, and let's head towards north where we are entering what I call the Olympic Stadium. And I call that because I was thinking of a lot of these sport items, and I was thinking, wow, I could make like a basketball court, as you can see right here, and you can play with the basketball. Now on the left there's a soccer field, and then towards the end there's a gym. So all the finest fitness equipment and sports equipment are right here, so you can play with the punching bag. And towards the left is the boxing ring, and yeah, you can ring the bell as well. So something some of you may not know is that you can actually get into the boxing ring, so you and your friend can get in the boxing ring and just sort of roll around. And if you have another friend available, you can have that person to ring the bell to start the match. You can go to the water cooler as well after. So towards the left it's soccer field. I really didn't know what to do with this area, so I just sort of built like a park with different fruit trees and different flowers and street lamps around this this space at the moment. Okay, so now we're moving out and we're moving to the villagers area. So I wanted to create this community, this city for the villagers to be a part of, sort of like a neighborhood. So we're gonna show you, well, I'm gonna show you the different sections I created. So this is the sort of like a lecture room or classroom, so to speak. You can borrow books and look at different books around here. You can even order coffee around here. So now we enter the game room, so you can play with the spinning wheel, you can play chess, you can play ping pong, billiards. If you like the choo-choo train, you can play that as well, the climbing rock wall, and even the arcade games. And I also built like a shortcut next to each of these rooms so that you don't actually have to go out to go to the next room. But yeah, we'll be heading our way out to move to the next place, which is the restaurant. So it's more like a barbecue restaurant, outdoor restaurant. It's a very relaxed, very friendly environment. I purposely chose different table designs so that you can choose which table you want to sit at. And towards the left is also one of my favorite areas of the island, which is Central Park. So I got the Statue of Liberty, and I was thinking, oh, you know, what can I do with it? And I was thinking, you know, maybe I could pay homage to New York City. So you can see I, you know, create this pond in the middle of the park. I created the fountain on the left. There's a lot of different trees around the area. I really liked how I decorated it. I just feel like there's just the right amount of items in this place. And yeah, do check it out when you do come by around this place. And of course, there's got to be bikes and a jogging track for people to, you know, jog in loops. So now we're gonna check out the villagers area. And I purposely made the villagers area so all 10 of the houses are nearby each other because, first of all, I wanted to make it easier so that when I talked to each of the villagers, they weren't going to be spawned in different sides of the island. So that way, you know, it's faster for me to complete it. And secondly, I just wanted to make them feel less lonely because they tend to spawn where their homes are usually. So it's easier for them to interact with another villager. So we're not going to go to each of the villagers' houses, but I also want to say that I purposely decorated outside the front porch of each of the villagers' houses to sort of suit their personalities and also suit their house exteriors as well. So when you have the time, you can, you know, check out in more detail with each of the villagers' houses. So this is the beach area. There's the punching bag. I put a lot of different pirate items around here. And if you need to exercise, you can go on this bicycle. And yeah, so I picked up that bottle because, you know, I just started playing the game today. I mean, started like as in today, I started playing the game. You guys know what I mean. Yeah, so if you want to relax on the beach, you can also do so as well. And finally, we move towards the north part. So there's a lot of pirate items around here. And finally, we arrive at GP, which stands for Guilty Parties. And the reason why I created this area was because I was actually, you know, hosting a couple of parties called Guilty Parties, which are exclusive invitations to secret unconventional locations. So only a select few people get to enjoy these parties at these secretive places. And so I wanted to recreate this feeling in going to something very exclusive. So you can see there's a dance floor. On the left, there was a place for you to order booze. Right there, yep, right there you can order drinks. And let's say if you and your partner were getting really close, you guys can actually go on the swing and enjoy the ocean view. And of course, these represent people dancing. And then if you want to stand next to the DJ or DJ robot, so I like to call it, you can stand right here. All right. Oh, one more thing I want to point out is this VIP table. So just like most other nightclubs, there's like this really cool VIP table next to the DJ booth, and here I also put in the birthday cake and candles as well. And now we move to the right. Oh, just before we do that, actually, I also purposely created this top of the world feeling, because you know sometimes in nightclubs there's got to be some extravagance, right? So I wanted it so that people who are interested in, let's say, dancing around and showing people a good time, they can jump on this platform and say, I'm on top of the world, and they can dance here and perform for other people as well. Yep. So this is actually a shortcut to my house, or what I call a hotel. So this actually isn't the original pathway to go to my hotel. It's sort of like a secret access just for hotel guests, which I thought was really cool. At the top, you can see that there's a scenery that I created, and up here there's a bamboo garden. So everything up here are all bamboo related. So there's a bamboo speaker, cabinet. Yeah, so what I call this the Observatory Deck, because when I envisioned creating this place, I wanted it so that people who come up here, they can enjoy the scenery, but also and also see the scenery across as well. And you can actually see that I created the only entrance through the hotel, because I wanted it to be an exclusive access just for hotel guests as well. So just before we actually entered the hotel, down here you can see right next to the exclusive beach that there's another restaurant, a very intimate, romantic restaurant, seaside restaurant. And you can also play on the guitar as well. Yeah. So now we enter my hotel. Not sure why we're not entering. Okay, finally. Yeah, so I got the inspiration to create this hotel from Four Seasons. So I wanted to, create something similar, like a Five Seasons kind of thing when I first started building this island. And that's why, you can see the entirely white lobby that matches the theme at the beginning of the entrance, because that's sort of how I envisioned this place to be. So this is sort of like the hotel lobby / lounge area. We'll move to the right, and inside this room, this is the onsen. So maybe because I can't travel to anywhere, especially Japan right now, I was really missing, going to onsens, and that's why I created this room so that people in my hotel can enjoy the onsen experience. Okay, then let's go to the north of the room, or north of the hotel. And here we are at the hotel bar. So you can see there's already someone serving drinks at the table. It's a very cozy area for you to just have a glass of whiskey. You can play on the saxophone as well. Then we go to the left. And I know most hotels don't have this, but mine does, which is a cinema. So grab a seat and enjoy whatever movies that's going on right now. I have no idea what's going on. Maybe like a reality show or something, which shouldn't happen in the cinema. But anyway, come to the cinema and enjoy the movies that are being played there. And then now let's go downstairs. So this area is where I display all of the art. So it's kind of like a high-end art gallery, but it's actually more like fake art because most of the real art are actually in the museum. So this is more like a fake art gallery section. All right, and finally, we move to one of the hotel guest rooms. So voila, here we are. So there's the bathtub, the closet, a desk for you to work. Again, I match with the theme of using the color white. I love this cafe decor wallpaper, I believe. It kind of gives this lighting which is very bright and clean to the room. Okay, so let's now move to another part of the island. So we head towards right, and when I wanted to create this bridge, I actually wanted to create it sort of like up in air, and then there'd be pathways underneath it. This was similar to other bridges in my island as well, but I realized you couldn't do that in New Horizons. So instead, I just made it so that you have to cross the waterfall to sort of replicate that feeling. And right here, this is the flower field. So again, the pathway that we took was sort of an exclusive access just for hotel guests only. There's another way to go through the flower field, which I'll show you later. Oh, and this is the lily of the valley. So I actually got this just a couple days ago, so I'm really happy about it. I mean, I had a lot of items that were just laying on the floor before, but now I cleaned it up just so that people can visit my island. And so yeah, so I just finally got my 5-star island. So that was the pyramid, and this is the museum. And just to connect with the theme of the museum, I added a lot of historical, intellectual, educational artifacts, like the T-Rex right here and the whiteboard. Come check out my museum as well if you're new to the game, so to see what sort of creatures and animals you can catch. Alright, so this is sort of the main pathway that other people usually go through my island. Oh, something I want to point out is that you can actually see and overlook the people that are in the Olympic Stadium, so it's kind of like the audience section. And I purposely created this because I thought it was really cool for people to just kind of like engage with what's going on in the Olympic Stadium as well. Alright, so here we are. So before I even actually purchased the game, I was looking at the YouTube videos of these 5-star islands, and there were some that were just incredible. And I remember one where they had this wedding area. This was even before we had the June event for the wedding event. So they had this beautiful wedding area, and I really liked how they decorated it. So that's why I decided to do something that's similar to that as well. So if you need a wedding, this is the place to do it at. And just before we go to the red brick house, we're gonna do a little quick visit to the orchard. So all the different types of fruit trees are here: oranges, cherries, pears, apples, peaches, and cherries are the main fruits for my island. All right, so now let's go to the red brick house. So this is actually my second character, and I used the second character because I didn't have enough space in my inventory, and that's why I created this other person. Yeah, so I wanted this to be sort of like a shop or like something cool between the entrance and going to my hotel, but at the end, because of the items, I decided to create like a home instead. So you can see the color here, it's predominantly red, and again, it's very cozy as well, and yeah. Okay, so to the right is the kitchen. I purposely built this, chose the river flooring. Kitchen items are pretty hard to get, especially ones that match in color. So, you know, this was the best I could do with this area. And let's go to the north. Yeah, so I apologize. This is another onsen area because I just love these. I just miss these onsen places in Japan, which I couldn't get to experience right now. All right, and to the left. So this is the bathroom. So this actually used to be the bathroom for my place, my home, my hotel. And I just pretty much moved all the wallpaper, the flooring, and all the bathroom items to this home instead. Okay, and now we're gonna go downstairs. And we can see that, you know, this is sort of like a gaming area slash working area or slash culture space area, whatever you like to imagine it to be. And now finally, let's move on to the bedroom of this house. So once again, you can see that the red color is really accented in this room, just to you know, match it with the overall theme of this house. And I added a piano. Apparently, putting some green at the front adds some feng shui. So I added a lot of plants at the first row of each room. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my come sharing island. And like I said, I'll be putting the dream address in the description below, so feel free to visit and send me pictures after you're done visiting the tour.